Yo, what up, guys? So, you know, once I kind of got the Counter-Strike bug last night, and I'm kind of, obsessed with the game and strategy. So, I thought of this kind of the Dust 2 defense last night, and so I thought I'd just make a little video just for fun. We don't even have to do any of this, but it was just kind of like to think about, really. So I kind of have like 4 different ways to do defense. I mean, there's a ton of different ways, right? But I was just thinking about these, and how it kind of applies to what we're experiencing. So it's kind of broken down here. So I guess I'll just do one at a time here. So flow was kind of the first defense I was thinking about, and basically, let's see here. So flow is basically what we were doing last night. Just because we didn't really, we hadn't really practiced or anything. Okay, this map sucks. Okay, so here's B. Okay, so here's mid. Here's A. Okay, so something like this, right? So basically flow is like, okay, Soulsec, me, Maniac, JB, Carry. We're just kind of like flowing around through like our safe channels, and there's no real teamwork there's not much teamwork, at all. But like if we know they're coming cat, Maniac swings over, tries to nade, but it's just, it's kind of free form, it's pretty loose, and it's kind of tough since we don't have much teamwork, it seems like. Like we know Carry's going to be here, he's kind of that anchor, but even Soul would come back, and we kind of just be flowing around. So it's kind of a tough, it's a pretty tough defense just when we're winging it. But it is possible. But, so the other things I had in mind were, okay, nibble. Now the idea of this might be kind of a cool thing we could try. But basically, okay, the T's are out here, right? So they're executing their plan out here. Like here's catwalk right here, and here's mid, and here's B tunnels, and here's long A, and a lot of those scrims we're just kind of letting them do whatever they want, like set up, go up cat, etc. But nibble, we're gonna kind of disrupt what they're doing. So, and Soul was kind of doing this at long A, I noticed. But basically, like, here's Soul. He's going to be a presence at long A. He's going to be pressing. He's going to be getting through the doors. He's going to be throwing flashes. And maybe I'm up here on cat, and I'm doing the same thing. And here's Maniac down at mid doing the same thing. And JB and Carry are up here doing the same thing. So it's not like a full push. Like we're rushing these points, but we're kind of going back and forth. We're kind of playing with them. We're disrupting their offense, and we're trying to keep them off guard so that they think, like maybe this B guy, he calls that they're pushing B tunnels, and maybe that causes like, rotation, a swing to A or something. but it's to keep them off balance. So that would be nibble. It's like something where we're all working together, and we're kind of testing them, you know, testing where they're weak, you know, that kind of thing. But we're doing it together, not one at a time. It's kind of the main point. Okay, the other one, or the third one I was thinking about is called silent, okay? So we've got flow, which is just kind of like vanilla defense, right? And then silent is basically like, okay, we're losing guys early, right? Like we're losing guys early, you know, we're getting picked off, we're giving up guys, and we're just letting them do whatever. Okay, so silent is basically, okay, say like here's pit, right? So silent would be a 3A, 2B. So it'd be like guy pit, guy swing, guy ramp, and then 2B. So basically, instead of flow is like where we can like run our reinforcements around. Now you have like two different groups of players, and it's almost like a hiding tactic. Like you're almost literally hiding, you know. And basically, what we're doing is we're letting them make a move, so that you know we're not like pushed up here on cat. They kill us on cat, and then they've got entry into the site, and we're just giving them the site. You know, it's like that's just giving them the game plan, or just giving them entry. You know, instead we force them to commit. We force them to get out here where they're exposed, right? Or we force them to come out the doors and try and make a move, and we've got a crossfire, you know, and crossfire type thing. We let them get out and make a move before we reveal ourselves. Because a lot of times the T's, they'll get anxious. They're like, they're not on cat. I don't see them peeking. They'll know they're somewhere, but you know, it forces them to actually do something about it. And of course, B will be the weak site, so they have to play like, you know, this guy's watching mid or something like that, to kind of make sure that they have warning. So that would be like a silent, you know, tactic where we're not giving up the early kills, we're letting them make a move, that kind of thing. And then the last one is just simple retake, which is, I think, a really good strat, but it's hard to execute. It's like pretty difficult to execute. But the idea being is that holding A can be pretty difficult, especially with all the flash points that the T's have. You know, the T's can flash cat like really well, right? And they can flash long really well. So they have an advantage if you get like caught. So holding A is like pretty. It's a tough one. I mean, B is actually pretty tough too. But so retake is a really disciplined approach where we have like very strong long A defense, and I think Soul's really good at long A. He was holding it down there pretty good, what I noticed. So if Soul and I can get down here, hold long A, and you guys are holding B, JB, you know, is floating, and Maniac's something like that, right? Okay, and we want to be real. This is a strong B. We know they're hitting B, so we put our guys there. Soul and I hold long, and basically we give them cat, right? So they're kind of lured into taking cat. They take A. Okay, now once they have A, if we're doing our job right, all they're going to have is just cat to like occupy, okay? So we got an opper down here, you know, peeking it. We're holding down doors, and we're waiting, the retake. And the retake flows this way, under, okay? We don't want to go back out here because they're already out here. They're controlling this mid. You don't want to go out. You want to come this way. Then we join up, and we all sweep around to kind of take A together. And we know that the plant is going to be behind the boxes, so even if they're on cat, they're not going to have a great angle. It'll only be quad boxes that we have to worry about. So those are just some ideas. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. But we want to kind of pick a defense that suits how they're playing. So, you know, we might want to start with flow and just see what happens. If we know they're setting up, we'll do nibble, and we'll you know, fuck with their game plan. Silent might be kind of a trick play, like throw it in there, let them make a move, and then retake, you know, as if they're maybe hitting B a lot, or, you know, it's kind of a safety play. So, I don't know, just thought I'd make that, just toss some ideas out there. I wouldn't even have to use any of them, so. Anyway,